does Ariana do with dressing? Brings up a good question.
Well, larger garments she doesn't have very much trouble with. Her coat, jacket, some dresses that she wears don't present a problem. It's when she starts to have to deal with smaller buttons. Anything that she has to do a lot of contorting to get at snaps or buttons, she has problems with.
Does it seem to help if you can get her to learn, let's say if she puts pants on, to get up against a wall or get up near her bed, so she's kind of got a surface to sort of lean against as she's trying to move around and work on those harder things like fasteners? Sometimes that can help. Just to sort of teach her as she's doing her dressing. I know from knowing Ariana, she really likes to be independent.
Yes.
She likes to do things by herself. But because of her balance problems, it can be difficult, especially if she's out in the middle of the room trying to get her pants pulled up or fastened. Sometimes just simply trying to get her to realize, from doing it with her several times, that if she goes over to a wall in the bathroom, or like I said, if she's in her bedroom, stands up against her bed, that she can get a little bit more stability from the outside, a little bit more support, and it might allow her to be a little more independent in that. That would be one suggestion I've had.
Okay.
You're doing great with Velcro sneakers, because for right now that gives her independence with her shoes. She doesn't have to worry too much about things that she can't do, like ties or buckles right now. We were talking before about her independence and her dressing and things like that. How about eating at home? Are there any problems with eating, or?
Problems with keeping food on the plate and keeping the plate in one place on the table.
That can be a problem when she's trying to keep herself in place in the chair, too, right. I have a couple of things that we might be able to have you try out at home this week, and, see if that might help her in terms of eating, and maybe even sometimes playing at a table surface. Let me show you. This stuff here is called Dicem, and it's just tacky kind of material that if placed on the table, stays in place, and then if you put paper or toys, or in a minute I can show you, even if you put a dinner plate on the table, things tend not to slide around quite so much. So it'll give her a little hand if she's trying to stabilize herself against a surface. These things would stay in place a little bit better without her needing to hold on quite so much to them. You're lining those up awfully nicely, Ariana. You can use this for, like I said, toys or for eating. The nice thing about it is it is washable in warm soapy water, so if it loses a little bit of its tackiness, you can wash it up and keep reusing it.
Okay.
So that's probably going to be something that I think will work very well with her. Let me just show you for a second how we can use that also with eating. Now, this is a special plate that might help Ariana if you wanted to try it out for this week. Since she eats with her right hand, what we'd want to do is put this on the table. It has its own tacky bottom on it, so it might work even without the Dyson. And we can try it without that for right now. It stays pretty much in place by itself. Then with just a regular utensil, if she's eating with her right hand, she could scoop the food up against this lip over on the left side of the plate. And that might help with some of the spillage over the edge. I think that might be a good possibility for her. So you can use that for a while and see if that helps out at all. You can give me a little feedback on that next time we see each other.
Sure.
One thing that we could talk about that might make Ariana's balance a little better when she's in standing, or even some of those positions before, like kneeling or half kneeling. There's a technique that we call approximation, and if she is seeming to really lose her balance in standing sometime, it might help if you just simply go up and with your hands over both of her hips, do some quick stretches down through her hips. That can help wake up the muscles a little bit. Works by way of stimulating joint receptors, and it can sometimes give her a little bit more control. You can also even do it if she's in sitting or standing, if you get her in a good straight position down through her head. Boop, 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 boop. And that doesn't have a real long-term effect, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. It doesn't have a really long-term effect. It won't work for hours and hours, but in the short run it might give her a little more balance. Would you like to try that just to see if that feels comfortable? Come on, go to Daddy. Okay, go. Okay, hands right over hips. And then if we just do boom, 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 boom. It's just quick little stretches on down through. Oh, 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 you're going to help us, huh? And also up here at the head, she'd need to be in a good straight position. Then just boom, 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 boom. That's pretty good, huh? Ariana, can you go get that ball? Can you go get the ball? Can you go get ball? Look. Ball. Can you go get the ball? Come on with me. Let's go get the ball. There we go. Can you get it? Pick it up. Pick it up. That's a girl. There you go. There it is. Oh, that's a big one, isn't it? Good girl. You gonna play with Daddy? You know, one thing having her playing around with that ball makes me think about, do you ever notice that if she's walking carrying something, that she seems to have a little better balance?
A little better, yes,
yeah.
she does.
Sometimes that's a good thing to play around with her. Give her some tasks around the house, like carrying something that has a little bit of weight, maybe, you know, room to room, a little laundry basket or something. The good natural task to give her that, because of the increased weight in her truncal area, can help improve her balance. I found that with kids too, that can really help sometimes. Ariana, here you go. Good girl, come bring it down here. Carry it for me. Carry the ball. I think your balance is a bit better, even carrying something heavy like that. Good girl. That's something that's easy to do at home that can also help her practice a little bit with some weight in front of her. Good for you. That's a big ball.
Like it gives her a little something to work against.
That's right. And a little bit more stability in her trunk area. She kind of gets to hunker on down at it. That was fun, huh? Okay, Naomi, I thought today we'd start off just talking a little bit about what we've discussed a lot of times before and what you know a lot about from your readings outside and everything, because I know you've done a lot of reading on Down syndrome. We know that Joshie, besides his hearing loss, has low muscle tone, which has improved a lot this year, and we're real excited about that. But we're still trying to do things to help bring up that muscle tone to a more normal level, and also to make sure that the movement patterns that he's getting right now are as normal as possible, that he doesn't get locked into moving kind of stiffly and straight plane kind of movements, that we get him to move nice and freely and do some really good, mature kind of movement patterns. He's really interested in that book right now, too. All right, so I thought maybe what we could start out with today are some of the really neat and special things that you guys have worked out together in terms of some of your games, where we've worked on a little bit of body awareness and getting him to do some movements forward and disassociation of movements, where he's doing one side and the other. So let's just see if you and Joshie today just do...
Okay. We'll do it just like that.
That's good. All right, we'll move that back.
Can I have the book, please?
That's nice, Josharoo.
Give it to Mommy.
You're sitting up so nice and tall, too.
Thank you, thank you.
Look at that nice, tall sitting.
Okay. Let's see, what should we do first? Let's touch your head.
Yeah.
Okay. Touch your head. Head, tummy, knees, toes. Go all the way down. Toes. Come up. Good boy.
Good boy.
Touch your head. Say hi, Paula.
That was me back there, huh?
Touch your head. Head, tummy, knees, and toes. Get up. Good boy.
What's so nice about that game, and I know you, in talking with your parent advisor and me, sort of devised that yourself, it's not only helping to teach him where body parts are, but what's so nice about it is when he comes down forward, he's really having to use his back muscles to come on up again, and that's really exactly what we want. It's really a nice use of bringing everything in together, huh? There's Paula. Hi, Joshy. Yes, my dear. You got my hair. Yes, you do. Okay, how about we do a few more with Mom, huh?
Why don't we do the ones that he lifts his arms and then stands independently?
That'd be really good.
Can I have your hands, please? Thank you. Now, ready? No, not yet. Ready? Right hand up. Right hand up. Left hand up. Both hands up. All the way up.
Yay, job.
Good boy. Sit down. Sit down. Good boy. Ready? Hands up. We'll just wipe his face a little.
That's okay.
Hands up. Right hand up. Left hand up. Both hands up. All the way up.
Boy.
Hooray!
And it's so obvious,
Sit down.
Naomi, when you're doing that he's anticipating the movements too, and that's something that's so important
Hooray!
for Joshy. Good boy, hooray!
Hooray!
Good work. How about if we see if Joshy can crawl over here for the toy? Can you go get it, Josh? Where is that? What do you think? Oh, good crawling. He's moving really nicely on all fours. That's a good boy. Up and back down to sitting. Good boy. That's really good. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. What is that? Are those balls on there? Look at those balls. Whoa. What do you think? You got it. Okay, I would like to try some of the stuff that we've been doing, speaking of balls, on some of our therapy balls and the beach ball that you have here. Let's see if Joshy will come and sit with us today on our nice big orange one, huh? What do you think, Josh? Mommy can
bounce
have
with him
this.
first,
Yeah. Come on,
Let's
sit.
put it here.
Joshy, look. Josharoo.
Oh.
Here, let me just let's talk to him a little bit about it
Okay.
first and let him feel it, okay? Josh, look. Ball. What do you think? Can you come on over here? Look at this. Look. Ball. Look at that old thing. Ball. See? We're going to sit on it. Yes, we are. We're going to sit on that old ball. Boom, 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 boom.
Boop. Come on.
All right. Let's see
Up
how
you
we
go.
do.
Facing you?
Yeah, we can start out kind of this way, and then you can try it a little bit. Sometimes not your favorite thing, huh, Mr. Josh? Can we bounce? Boom, 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 boom. As we've talked about, some of the real bouncing him, jostling him around can be real good to help increase that, the tone in his body. It ends up being a form of big word approximation, which is just giving his joint receptors a little bit more information and helping them to contract a little bit more so that the tone increases around the joint. And you can do that just with bouncing him on the ball like this. He does a nice job. Lots of times I'm waiting to kind of see if we'll hear some vocalizations with it. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Good looking at me. Good looking at me. You got my nose. Ba, 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 ba. He usually vocalizes pretty well when he's up here bouncing, huh? Ba, 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 ba. What do you think? Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. Not today, huh? Okay, up here, as we've done before, we can work on increasing Joshy's trunk control by moving him around on the ball, back and forth. Oh, not really one of your favorite things, huh? Oh, my goodness. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, good boy. Oh, it's okay. Would you like Mama to try that? He does pretty well on this. Still shows us that he's a little bit insecure about being moved around on something this flexible a surface.
Okay.
There we go. There's Mom. Let's let Mom try.
Okay. Hi. Okay. Back
Oh, that's
and
good.
forward.
That's good.
Back and forward. Take his hand out of his mouth. Back and forward. Side to side. That's good.
It is good.
Side Good boy. This side.
That's it. Good start.
Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba.
Ba 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 ba.
Ba, 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 ba.
Ba 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 ba
Very
ba
nice.
ba 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 ba.
Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Da, 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 da.
Ba 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 ba.
That was
Ah,
close.
da, da, da.
Ba 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 ba.
Ba, 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 ba.
Ba 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 ba.
Ah, da, 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 da.
That's such nice turn taking what you're doing right now.
Mwah!
I mean, he's following what you're doing so
boom,
well
ah, boom,
with
boom, boom, boom.
vocalizations,
Boom,
and it's
boom, boom, boom,
that turn taking
boom,
behavior is so
boom,
important
boom,
for communication. It's wonderful.
boom,
You did well up here with Mom, huh?
Okay.
You trust
Shall we
Mom
go
more.
down?
Yeah, and one thing when you're doing this, Naomi, sometimes it's helpful to really tax those trunk muscles. If when you get them at the knees, you can even lift up on one side a little bit, okay? He has to work harder, and you might hear him grunting a little bit and making a little bit more of a effort in doing it. But really making him, that's good.
Then he falls
Yeah, I
forward.
know he falls forward, but working on it over time. There you
Okay.
go. Whoopsie.
Just where we wanted to.
Just where. How did you know that, Josh? Look. Oh, this is not too much fun, huh? We're gonna go down. Can we get something down there? Oh, what's this? Boom. And we've worked over time with Josh, especially now since he's starting to do some more in terms of getting upright, on really getting good protective reactions with him. And one of the things we've done over the ball is to see if he can whoop, catch himself when surprised. What a mean lady, huh? Boom, 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 boom. And he's doing that really nicely now. We don't have to belabor that. It's pretty consistent. Oh, and it looks pretty good, huh? Pretty fast. Uh-oh. Where did old Paula take you there? Good pushing up. Would you like to sit back up? Would you like to sit back up? Come on up. Work hard. Come on and work hard. Oh, come on up. Let's come on and push up. Oh, my goodness, what hard work. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Right back up to sitting. Good for you, Josh. Okay, now on here, what we practice with Josh, as you know, lots of times, is to do vaulting, which is just getting his foot forward like this. And what it's helping to do is really work with those hip muscles and help him learn that position as one that he can use functionally. Ooh, and what we know is, with Joshy, that he does not tend to want to go forward on the left as much, because I think you're starting to be a right-sided kiddo, huh? How about you come on up? Ooh, struggling, huh? Can you, oh, look at that bottom come on up. My goodness. You look like a little bear. Naomi, how about if you just try for me a little bit, just with the vaulting on the left side especially.
Just take a breath.
Take a breath, take a breath.
Here we go. You're breathing.
Up on the ball. That's pretty good. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Down we go. Yeah, we started kneeling like all
right.
four.
Boom.
Oh, he's pushing on up himself, and that's kind of what we want him to do. Let's get you occupied. Look.
Come on, buddy. Okay.
You're a wiggle worm today, aren't you? That's really nice lifting up at the hips.
He's doing that by himself.
I know. And especially, I think, if we occupy him out here so he can feel like he's got something fun to do, it won't be quite. That's a boy. You even picked up one hand, didn't you? How tough.
Whee!
Uh-oh. All right. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Those ball things are nice.
Here's
All right,
some
Naomi,
more.
we got Josh where he normally sits in his high chair. Let's see how he's doing today with some apple. We've been working on chewing.
You want some more?
You really want it? Huh?
More. More.
He's doing good finger feeding these days.
More.
More. Good,
Good boy.
More.
Here you are. I can't
That
believe
is
it.
so nice. Good for you. Good sign. That's such a good sign to work on for him right now, because you can use that in play or eating or whatever.
You want more? More.
more?
Finish what's in your mouth first. You want more? Whoop.
He's doing a good job these days, isn't he, Naomi, on chewing more of a variety of textures of food.
He can chew just about anything.
That's good.
More.
We know he used to have problems with that, getting it over on his teeth and getting it really chewed up there. Is that good? How about more? More. Let's wait and pause and see what he does. More. More. We'll give him a chance. What, more? More? Are you thinking about it, I wonder?
More, Jessie? More. You want more?
More. Good.
Here you are.
More. Wow. That was pretty wonderful. That is so good. What a big boy you are. Let's try a couple of things where maybe we might work on some spoon feeding with him.
Okay, here we have some cottage cheese.
Oh, yum.
Which he likes normally.
Okay.
Ready? He closes his mouth real nicely
He
for
does.
it.
He really does around the spoon. He's doing a good job with that.
More?
More?
More. It's hard to do
It
everything
is.
at
Let
once.
me do it for you. You've got that in your hand.
Would you like more? More. That's when he really wants more.
it. I know. There are times when it's good to do and times when you just can't push it. That's right.
You want more? More?
More. Let me help. Okay, let's come around this way and we'll help. More. That's a boy. Okay. You know, one thing that that I would like to see him start doing, he's doing such a nice job of finger feeding somewhat. It might be a good time right now to start trying to get him to do some spoon to mouth with you helping his hand. Knowing Joshy and the fact that he doesn't really like to have people hold on to him for long periods of time, sometimes that might be hard.
That was nice.
That was nice. And what you're doing is perfect. I would even, if you put the food in front, do you think he'll go for it with his hands? Is that why the actual food on the tray?
Yes, it'll be on the floor.
It'll be all over? Okay, then that's a good way of doing it. For now, to start, just spoon to mouth. Oh, you got it in that hand, huh? What I'd like to see, even if it might involve some mess. Is that good? It might involve some mess, but the idea of it being in front of him would be better in terms of scooping it and up to mouth. Good boy.
Good for you.
Good for you. You let Mommy
Maybe
help.
we can do that first.
Yeah. Yeah, working in stages like that is perfectly fine. Eventually, you want him to learn that he has to scoop the food. Oh, good for you. You help Mom. Oh, isn't that good? How about a drink? Think we could move on to a drink? Now, I'll put some apple juice in here. How long has he now been doing it with the cup?
We've been doing it for a couple months, but he's been becoming proficient at it, I would say, within the last couple of weeks.
Good. That's great.
Now, sometimes he will hold it and sometimes he won't.
Because I know he holds. We're trying to get him off the bottle, which is real appropriate for him being 2.5 or so now. Good boy. Not spilling a whole lot. Good boy.
Take a breath. That was so nice.
All right. Let's try giving him a sign before he takes another sip, okay?
Okay.
Let's sign with him. Drink. Drink. What do you think? Can we do? Drink. Drink. And then give him it. He's doing so well with more and some of the other signs, we might as well try that. When you give it to him, it might be a good idea if you can do it. And I know with him it's hard because he's just now starting to bring his mouth around. See if you present it a little bit more on his lip rather than inside his mouth quite so much, okay?
Let's try it.
Okay, try that and see how that works.
Drink? Want a drink? Here you go.
Yes, sir. A little bit close. That's better. Oh, then he puts his tongue in. Okay. Probably running out. Okay. I really do see the improvement, though. He's not losing half as much liquid as he was doing
That's
before.
right.
It's never worked out real well to do the helping with his lip.
No.
Has it? It just
I do when I control it a little with the
With
napkin,
the napkin
underneath.
Okay.
More drink? A little bit more? There's a touch left.
That's good. And the more you can get hands up, even 2 hands, even if eventually we need to go to a cup with some little handles that might help him hold on more, we can try some of that.
Okay, all gone.
We've used the cutout cup so that when you dump it at the bottom...
Finished.
That's it. Finished, huh?
Look.
So that when you get the last little bit out, it doesn't hit his nose and he doesn't react negatively to that. Well, Excuse me. Very good.
Finished.
We've got Joshy.
Hooray.
That's right. Give Mom applause. We've got Josh sitting on the bench for dressing, and that ends up, I think these days, being better, because sometimes when he's in your lap, he tends to get a little squirmy when we're trying to be all over him like that. And the other thing is he's got good enough balance now that some of the weight shifts and things that we're working on when he's on the bench are better. He does them a little bit more on his own and relies a little less on us when he's out in space. And you get to be face-to-face with him doing the wonderful things that you do communication-wise. So let's see if we can go through some dressing with him.
Here's your shirt. Put your shirt on. Shirt. That's a boy. That's a good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy. Shirt.
That's wonderful.
Put it
He is
over your
starting
head.
to use so
Pull it
many
down.
signs.
Pull it down.
You hear me back here?
Pull it down.
Oh, good helping.
Oh, good for you.
There's your head. I see Joshy.
One hand in. And the other hand in.
Pause and let him push it
Push.
out. Push it out. Good boy. I think one of the critical things is in dressing,
Very nice.
what you're doing so wonderfully, as you always do, is to give him a chance to wait and help you with some of those last steps. You know, you let him pull that shirt
Here's
over
your
his head,
armband.
and that's
Give
wonderful.
me your hand.
That arm was in there, huh?
Okay, now we have your pants. These are your pants. Pants.
You
Pants.
want Mommy to do it, huh?
Pants. Pants.
Have you ever taken him through that too, Naomi?
Mhm.
Go-actively and let him...
Pants.
How's he done with that? Has he done
Real
it ever?
nice.
He's done it
A few
sometimes?
times. He's just
Good.
beginning to understand that this is pants. Let's put them on. Thank you.
Good. Good. Give him a little tactile cue there.
Thank
good
you.
boy for that other foot
Now
up.
we're going to stand up. 1, 2, 3. We're going to put your pants on. Up. Hold on.
Good boy. Yay. Oh, how nice.
Very
and
nice.
Sit down again. Very good.
Now here's your socks. And your shoes. Socks. Socks. Socks.
Good boy. Those are socks. We all do it.
Can I have this foot? Okay, okay. Thank you.
Better do it now while I gave it to you, huh?
And this one here. Thank
Oh,
you.
good boy.
Okay.
Good, Josh. That's nice.
Now here's your shoes.
Shoes, Josh. Shoes.
Shoes. Shoes. For your feet.
That's right. You know
For
where
your
they go,
feet.
don't you? Shoes.
Here we go. Shoes.
Good.
Shoes.
Shoes.
Here they are.
So I do it sometimes for you, Mom, but
Here
not
they
right
are.
now, huh?
Could I have this foot? Thank you.
Good boy. That's good.
Tie him up. Good boy. Could I have this foot? Thank you.
You've already got it. I knew what you wanted me to do ahead of time.
Push. Okay, I think we're all dressed except, let's tie this.
Except there's one part that's important to put on, huh?
It's your hearing aid. Goes on your ear. Let's put it on.
And you've got the little cord to pin on so that if it does happen to fall out, it's not lost forever.
And Josh is very good about
He
putting
sure
this in.
is. He sure is.
And there's a little pin that we attach to his collar.
Right.
Okay. All ready. 1, 2, 3, stand.
Finished. We're finished.
Okay.
go.
How
Good
pretty we
boy.
look. Sit down.
Nice. Very nice. That was super. That was just exactly the way you should be handling his dressing right at the moment. That was really good.
Where is Thumbkin? Where is Thumbkin? Here I am. Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run away. Run away.
Certainly calmed down nicely when Mommy
Okay.
sings, huh?
Okay, hold on.
Hang on. Let's
Hold
see if we
on.
can move it out just a little bit.
Okay.
If you can get interested in it
Boop,
again.
boop. Hooray!
Hooray! Yes,
Good for you, Jesse.
You were doing nice
Hold on.
things. Nice signing. Yes, sir. Hooray.
Let's do more walking. Walking. Let's do more walking. Whee!
Maybe.
Forward. Hold on. That's a
There you go,
boy.
Just a little bit out. Good boy. Good boy. Look at those steps. Look at those little steps.
Good boy.
Oh, good. Yes. That's very good, Mr. Smiley.
Forward. Hi.
Hi.
I love you.
Yes.
Hi.
And that's going to be tough. You're going to fall down if we do that. How about up against here? Okay. Okay. Whoa. All right. That was good. That was very good walking. Karen, let's start out now with some ideas about how we might be able to undress and work on relaxation at the same time. I think with, oh, what's wrong, John Albert? We're going to take shoes off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, a little tired yawn. My goodness.
Are you too sleepy?
My goodness.
Are you too sleepy?
Actually, when you're starting to do some things undressing-wise or dressing-wise, it's a really good time to do some natural types of relaxation things with John. And for him right now, I think the best position to do dressing and undressing would be either down on the floor or maybe on the bed or that type of thing. But sitting over your lap is a good way to start with him. Since we're just working on some sitting things with him now, expecting him to sit out there in space while we undress him will be too hard for right now. So sitting over lap is a really good time. It also helps if you get your hand under him like this. Whoa, my goodness, what a cough. You can start bringing out his left arm. You all right? Are you okay? Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
You can start bringing out his left arm by putting your arm underneath like this, which can help get it forward and start helping to relax. He also, sitting over our legs like this, has his, the tendency for his left leg to shoot out straight is broken up by just sitting over our legs. If he tends to stiffen up like that too, Karen, one of the really nice ways of relaxing him, and it usually feels pretty good, you've got my hair, is to, as you bring his arms forward like we just talked about. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. You can do a little bit of twisting in here through the trunk, and we've showed this before, I think, by twisting his legs in one direction and his arms in the other. Usually if you can get some good trunk rotation, it tends to relax the whole body. So that's a good way to start. Look what we have down here, John Albert, look. What are these? Shoes. Look, shoes. One of the things that we work on too with children when they're first learning to undress. Good. Yay, sock off.
Okay, let's put that one in here.
Exactly what you did there was
Okay.
perfect, because pulling that sock off to the very last point is what we call backward chaining, and that's a really good way for him to assist in dressing before he's able to do the whole thing by himself.
Take your shoe off.
Give a little push.
Can you pull? No. No, he wants the
Wants
sock
the
off.
sock off. Good boy.
Good. Okay. Oh, you're so smart. That's good. Yeah.
Good boy.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All the way. Oh, no, not on. Off. There you go.
Good
Yes.
sock. Look at that sock. Good
Is that
boy.
your sock?
Can we have
Can I
it?
put this?
And I see feet.
No, you can play that
see
for a while.
feet.
Why don't you play with it for a minute?
If we were going
put
to
it on?
work toward his pants next, it's also a really good place to have him to start doing some weight shifting, which we also want him to do. So let's see if we can get him to get these little guys. All right, just slip them off.
Oh,
Is that a tasty sock?
eat that. Yum. Can we pull your suspenders off, please?
The way you
Thank
just
you.
did it is also very good, because usually if you're trying to remove any article of clothing, it's a lot easier to take off, first off the side that, you know, is easier to get off, which actually would be his better side.
Let's take your pants off.
Uh-oh, wiggle worm.
Let's take your pants off. Can we do that? Would you let me do that?
There you go. And that's perfect, because you're shifting him over on one side and then shifting him back
There.
over to get the other side. There you go.
There. Oh, good boy.
Oh, pull off. Those are
Yay.
your pants. Good for you.
Can you take them off with this leg? Take your pants off. Take your pants off. Oh, it's so hard. There.
Great.
Good. They're off. You did it.
Okay.
How about your shirt?
If we're working on his shirt, let's try first taking off the right side.
Right side
okay,
first?
The right sleeve
Okay.
out first. That's usually
May we have your
easier.
pants?
Yes,
May we have those?
Thank you very much. Those are John's pants, huh? That's usually just easier,
Okay.
because then you won't have to struggle with the arm that has some increased tone
There.
and try to move it out before you have any leeway in the
Okay.
shirt. There you go.
Let's take off your other side.
Very good. And usually
And
coming over the
your
head, it's a little easier from the back. It tends to be
Over
a
your
little
head.
less irritating than coming off over the face.
Where are you?
See if you'll
It's
pull the
caught on your
last
hearing
little bit
aid.
off. Whoops, and he's
Hold
working on
on.
it.
There. Oh,
Yeah.
there you are.
Your shirt off, very
There
good.
you are.
One really good way when you're diapering him to get some relaxation in his trunk, because oftentimes when there's one-sided involvement like John has, children can get a little tight along the trunk and the hips, and you're really looking at me right now. Good boy. So what I'm doing right now, bringing both legs up to his chest, rolling him one way and then the other way, can get some nice relaxation through his legs, and also make sure that you get his trunk, and you may have to sometimes tickle him and hold him up here a little bit. Some real good relaxation and movement through that trunk. We want his trunk to rotate back and forth really well. Another good thing to do, and this, as I said, can be done every time you diaper him, so it's a nice natural way to do it. You don't have to feel like you have to run him through. Sometimes you'll be given range of motion exercises by therapists, and those are helpful, but it's hard to think of 3 times a day to sit down and do a particular exercise with a child. Much better to try to do it at a natural time during the day. Okay, John, let me just show one more thing. What does Mommy have? You can also, at the same time, make sure that his pelvis stays really nice and loose by just lifting up his bottom, and it actually feels really, really good. Woo! And then he gets his feet also right up there in front of his face. I got those feet. That'll keep his low back, part of his back way down here, right down near his bottom, nice and loose also, huh? Yes, it will. Oh, it feels a little pushy, huh? All right, let's try from here some of the things that we've talked about in terms of getting John to come on up to sitting.
Okay.
Okay?
No, you have to lay.
Oh, what a wiggle worm and what a
What
burp.
was that noise?
What was
My
that?
goodness, what was that noise?
That's funny. Okay.
We worked that out of you? We
One of
did.
the
We
things-
worked it out.
That we are really trying hard to do is to get John to learn how to sit up by himself, huh? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And one way that we can do that is every time you go to pick him up, and I know we have talked about this, if he's on the floor and you're just picking him up to carry him into the other room, if we can put him through this procedure that I'm going to show you, it'll help teach him in a very natural way how to push himself on up to sitting, and will help start some of those pre-sitting skills, that he's starting to do so well on. That's Paula. That's Paula. Yes, it is. Okay, really good way of doing it. When he's on his back like this, we can tell him that he's coming up. Oh, you're going to sit up, okay, since you're so good about using signs with him.
And he says yes.
And he says yes. Okay, we're just going to bring him on over to one side. And you'd want to do this to both sides, Karen.
Right.
John has a bit of a tendency when you start him into this procedure, as we've seen before, to arch back.
Yeah.
So one thing that we want to do when we're trying to help him come on up to sitting is to make sure that we have our hand on his back here, so we're kind of not letting him shoot back so much. And then all we're going to do is help him come on up boy. And we're going to wait for him. Give him a chance to help. Oh, that's not so bad. Come on up to sitting, just like he did. And we want to do it with both sides. Now, that was the right side, which is easier. I'm going to give you the hard part. You can try it on the left side and see if you can get him to do it on that side. And I'll help you if there's a problem.
Will you do this for me?
Oh, shh.
Come here. Help me. Can you help me? Help me. No, come on.
Hey, John, look.
Look, maybe some incentive.
Yes, that's what I was just thinking about. I'll do
maybe
the
an
incentive
incentive.
and you do the bringing up.
Okay,
Here we go.
ready?
Look what's up here.
Oh, yes.
Look what's up here. There you go.
Come on.
There you
Oh,
go.
no.
There you go.
Ready?
Look what we have.
Come on, use your hand. You won't do it.
All right.
Oh, he's just not going to do it.
Fighting that little
He's just not going to do it.
It's
Come here.
okay. Give him a break for a
all
minute.
right.
Tom, maybe we'll try it again in a second.
Bye-bye.
Okay, John is now starting to be able to prop sit a little bit by himself, and that's great. That's what we've been looking for. One of the things that we need to work on with him to try to make him really secure in that position are protective reactions. And a good way of doing that, once he's in a nice sitting position, is you can help his arms. Woo-woo, except you're so interested in the toy. That's tough, isn't it? Either working through his trunk, Karen, or actually you could hold his arms. But for right now, since he's interested in the toy, let's see what we can do just through his trunk. Is to bring him quickly to one side, and that's good because that's his left side.
Right.
And he's really, really working nicely getting that arm out there. Boop. Idea being to shift him to one side and see if we can get him to protect on either side.
Can you open up your fist? Boop. Would you open your fist?
That's
There.
good. That's
better.
good. In terms of sitting positions on the floor, I'll let you try that in just one second, but sitting him like we just did, kind of in what we call a ring sit, with his legs just naturally flexed a little bit in front of him, is a real good position for him. Another good position would be to the side, especially with his knees pointing over toward the left, because as you see when I put him in that position, it really makes him support on his left side with his arm. You want to just try that a little bit with him and see if you can get him to... having him straddle sit over your thigh like this is also a good way of having him practice his sitting balance. And what you can do, it keeps his legs apart so they're in a good position. And you can do this sitting in a chair too. It wouldn't have to be just on the floor.
Right.
You give him a little bit of support down around the hips. He's going to have to use the muscle control that he has here in his trunk. And you can even then make him work even a little harder by shifting your own leg around a little bit. Woo! Right on up to standing, sir. My goodness. You just move your leg back and forth, up and down a little bit. It's going to make him shift his weight and work on reactions here in his trunk that he'll need before he can sit independently really well. How about you just try that for just 1 second? See if that feels comfortable.
Mommy's leg.
Oh, where's Mama?
Oh, Mommy's leg.
You've got Mama now.
Want the toy?
Yes.
Want your toy? Put your foot down.
I'll
There's
help
a
you
good
with
boy.
the toy. Meanwhile, what you want to
That's
do
a
is
good
really
boy.
try to let him balance as much as he can by himself.
Right.
So you give him as little support as possible as you're doing it.
Okay, ready?
Whoopsie.
No, not off.
What a wiggle worm.
Not off.
What a
There.
wiggle worm. There you go. Look, John Albert. Look, John Albert.
No, I want to stand.
Well, you know, from there,
No, I want to.
it's okay. We did it once. We don't have to upset you, hon, trying it again. We can always try that on another day. Yes, we can. Let's from here, Karen, just talk about standing up and carrying him just very
Okay.
briefly. If you've gone through, let's say you've picked him up with that procedure that we were talking about before, that's real good. One thing when you're carrying him that you might want to do to keep his legs apart is to keep one leg on one side and one on the other side of your hip, and then see if you can turn his trunk around so both hands are free in front. You know what I mean by that? See if you
Do you
can
see that? What is that? What is it?
see if you can try that once, and we'll see how it is standing up, how it feels.
There.
There you go.
Can you pull? There. Oh, that's good.
Good. That was natural.
That's
Very
good.
good. Okay. What
that
about
too
if
interesting?
can we stand up with that and see if that feels like a good way of carrying, huh?
Let's stand you up.
Oh, that looks good.
There.
See, and if we have our arm around like that, it'll
Okay,
help him
Paula.
in
Go get her.
Get both hands together. Where's Paula? And then he can also see what he's doing. And he'll
Right.
be working on trunk control
Right.
as you're carrying him around. That's a real nice way to carry John, huh? Yes.
Yeah.
That's really good, John. Super.
Climb.
Since we're also working on sitting, another good way
Wanna come up?
of leaving him in a position to play would be in the corner chair that we loaned you through the program. So why don't we try John in there and see if we can get him. Look at that, pulling onto
Sit.
knees. Good boy.
Use your other hand.
That's very good.
that?
Yay, John.
What is that?
He's showing us his good kneeling right now. Look at that.
You want to go sit? Do you want to go sit? Let's go sit. Let us go sit.
Let's go
Chair.
sit.
Oh,
Chair. Oh,
chair.
boy. Can we put your seat belt on, huh?
There. Pick up. You trying to grab
Super
mommy?
guy.
You trying to grab me, huh?
Okay.
Is that what you're doing?
Now, just to make it safe for John, I would recommend that if you were leaving him, that this would be up against a wall so that
Yeah.
he couldn't tip it over. But then with a little table that we have here for him,
There.
he can work on his sitting balance in
is
a
that
nice,
cold?
safe, protected way. Work on some toys. Play with some toys, I should say. And in terms of toy use with John, what might be some of the best things to use are things like this that are easy to activate even by his left side,
Right.
you know, which has a little more of a problem coming out to reach for things. You can help him coactively by just guiding his hand up there and see if you can get it started. Can we get it open, John?
Open it.
What's this? What do you think? Can we open up? And get him to do a little more himself. When you're helping with this hand, I'd suggest doing it up more toward his shoulder. If you try to grab him down here at the hand itself and try to make him work with that side, you're probably going to get a more tight picture than if you try working
tends
on
to
it up
resist
here.
it more.
Right. He
Okay.
tends to open his.
Okay.
See, he's opening up a lot better if we try to help him a little bit more, doing it up here at the shoulder. There you go.
It's a
There you
butterfly.
go.
It's a butterfly.
Anything like this that would be easy to activate just with a bang or a bat would be a good toy for him. Other kinds of things that you can leave him with. And I should say, too, that if you were afraid of things going off the table, since this was set up when you would be around the house, let's say putting the wash in or doing something else where he couldn't be with you, you can also tie these to the chair with string or yarn or whatever, so that if they happen to fall off, he has a chance of being able to reel them back in. And that's teaching him some good object permanence types of skills. And let me see. What do you think about these? The only other thing I'd say in terms of toy recommendations. Bye-bye, toy. Let's get you up a little straighter, can we?
Can
in
we
there?
Mommy,
where's
take
it going?
Mommy has it now.
Are simple toys that would require him to use two hands to grasp. And to do these pop beans, let's see if we can get you open first. Huh? Can we get you open a little bit more? To do something like pop beads or that type of thing,
Where is it?
would require him to use
Where'd it
both
go?
hands. So anything like that
Can you
would
get
be
it?
good.
Pick it up.
Ooh, open hand, that's a boy.
Can you pick it up?
Pick up. Okay, we got it.
Got it? Oh, you can't reach it. Mommy will help
It's
you.
stuck.
Mommy will help you.
Oh,
There.
boy, there we go. Let's see if we can grab that together. And initially, you might have to, help him through some of these things. But anything where simple, easy, just a pull does it. Pop. Where we'd be asking him to hold on and do a little bit more activity with that hand. That was pretty good. You almost tried it, and then you lost that old green one, didn't you? That's a boy. Okay. So this would be a really nice way of having him practice his sitting skills and give you some time to get something else done where you know he's safe and can have some fun here at the table himself. Okay. Karen, just to kind of give you an idea of what I meant about attaching toys to the table, this is just simply a strap with some snaps in it that's made out of elastic. And as you can see, that would be a really good way to ensure that he wouldn't lose toys off the table.
Right.
And you could put some of his favorite things that could be, have the elastic strung through there. And the further out you put it, the more you might have to grab for it with this hand. So That's a really nice, wow, sprawling.
Where'd it go?
Where'd that go to, huh? And again, we can help him with his other hand.
Right.
Work on some of those toys. Get him to move. Anything strung,
down.
too, like slinky toys strung from above. Anything like that that'll keep them in place. That would be a really good idea.
This hand. Use this hand.
That's it. That's really nice. Touching tactily like that is a really good natural thing to do.
No, this hand.
What do you think?
Try this hand. No.
Oh, we're going to look away, huh? To try to give him a little more sensation on that side so that he doesn't ignore that hand.
Yeah.
A lot of
He
tactile
tends to.
input like that, right, is a really good idea. Touching it with the toy before you want him to do it. A lot of nice stroking and rubbing of that side so he's aware that this would be a really good thing. There you go. Good opening.
Try reach for it. Here. You have this one here. Now this one. Now that one. Almost.
Boing.
Get out of the way. Oh, okay, here. Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. John Albert. Hi. Look at you sitting on the ball. Good boy. If you can get John to be comfortable sitting here like this, if you can hold on to him around the hips, it's a good way to just work on some natural sitting balance. If you can move the ball a little bit side to side. John Albert. Hello. And front and back. And then in different directions too. What we want with John, ooh, that's hard, isn't it? You want to go back and lay down on that ball right now. Boom, boom, boom.
No.
The more skilled he gets with this Karen too, the more we can move down on his legs so that we're making him have more and more control.
Right.
Now I need to hold him at the hips because otherwise he'll be off of this. But that's a boy. Uh-oh. That's a boy. Oh, it's okay. Some of the other things you can do off the ball is to get John Albert down into standing or kneeling. And if you can just put him on there just for a second, we'll try doing that with him to finish up, sort of.
I'm gonna try. Yep.
Kneeling, that's good. That's good. And the ball's a nice place to do that.
This? What's that?
Oh, look at that.
What is that?
Because you can then move the ball back and forth a little bit
Right.
and really make him, work with his hips to come on up. Good boy. Come back down. Oops.
Are you stuck?
Uh-oh. That's old sticky ball with sweaty skin, huh? Oh, that's good, John Albert. Good for you. It makes a funny sound. It makes a funny sound. Let's see if we can get him from here, Karen, just into some on all fours, too. There you go. Another good position for John Albert to
Yeah.
start working on is very nice. Whoops. Coming on up to all fours. I'm going to give you one of these things you're probably interested in right here. What do you think? And a good way of doing that, if you're going to try to work with him on it, is to just start him from here, bring him on up at the hips, whoop, so that he's back. You can kind of hang on to him here a little bit and help guide him up there. That looks pretty nice. Yes, it does. And from there, Karen, all we're working on right now with John is to hold the position, rock a little bit in it,
Yeah.
and maybe reach for some toys. Can we do that again? Oh dear, oh dear. Want to come on up? Where are you going over there, huh? You're going to pull on up on that table, aren't you? Look at that knee walking. You're so good. You're so good. That was it. Look at that. Nice on your knees, John Albert. Very nice.